This is one of two stone walls that are going up in the kitchen, and they are actually on either side of the range hood and the range surround. We did all of the framing for this wall, so it's really sturdy, and the most important thing is to make sure that you are installing it on cement board and not onto drywall. Sometimes people try to adhere stuff to drywall, and what happens is you're really just adhering to the paper on the outside of the sheetrock and not the actual rock itself. So make sure that you have good cement board up as the base. So for this project, we had actually gotten a quote for stone veneer from a supplier, and they quoted us about $2,000 for the two walls. And the thing is that if you get the stone veneer products, they are, you can get them in real stone, but the problem is that they're just so expensive. And I really didn't want to pay that much, but I also didn't want to give up my idea of having these stone walls. So what we ended up doing was going to the landscaping place down the road, which has, mulch and dirt and gravel, etc. But they also have these pallets of these flat flagstones that are the same flagstones, in fact, that we use to make our stone gardens out front. But so you get this big pallet for $300, and we will have enough for both of these walls plus the top that's going over the range hood once we get the other piece in. And you go through and you pick out the pieces that you can use for it. And honestly, I like that they're not all the same depth. I like that it is a more natural looking wall. It doesn't look like we're using, fake products, obviously, because it's real stone and there are variations in depth and color. So we used regular mortar for this installation, just like you would use for big tiles in your bathroom or something. And then I actually ended up mixing a couple different colors for the sanded grout. I let this sit for, I think, a couple days before my body kind of recovered and I was ready to get started on the grout, and I taped around to make sure that I wasn't going to get it on any of the other pieces, any of the trim work or anything. And honestly, the grouting process is much, much more difficult than the installation process. The installation is pretty straightforward, but the doing the grouting, you really, it's time intensive, it's labor intensive. You use the grout bag, you put the grout in, and then you have to wait a little while. You press it to make sure that it's in, but then you have to start sponging it and cleaning it up around the stone and stuff. And basically, it's just a lot of wiping and then rinsing and then wiping and rinsing. And this is where you really want to have sort of a bucket brigade, like people to help you rinse the sponges. And you definitely want to do it outside. Don't get all that grout down your sink drains in your house. So it is definitely a lot of work, but I'm so incredibly happy with how it turned out. If you want to see the finished product, go ahead and fast forward to the end, and I'm going to link all of the supplies for the stone in the caption. So and we are affiliates for Amazon, so we'll make a small commission if you buy supplies through our links. And honestly, you can go to Lowe's and pick all this stuff up just as easily, or you can order them on Amazon. It doesn't cost you anything more. We make a little bit of a commission. So let me know what you think. Are you considering installing a stone wall in your house, maybe over your fireplace or around your range like this? I'd love to hear what to hear what you think about our project. Now that you've seen the whole process, this is what it looks like at the end. And we would honestly love to know in the comments if you loved it and if you're going to do this too.